Hi everyone, this is Marianne at Akashic Inspirations, and this is going to be the weekly reading for April 10th to the 16th for the sign of Libra. So lots of energies have come in off of that new moon in Aries, so I'm hoping that you've been able to balance that out and enjoy it and be able to take action and move forward on those things which are heartfelt to you. And so today we're going to be working with the Fairy Tarot, again by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, like we did last week. And this time we're going to pull a card, perhaps from the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed, who I really like her cards. This deck in particular really helps us with guidance and direction and finding our path. I just want to say that I am open and available for private readings. You can go to my website, AkashicInspirations.com. And I look forward to, I'll be doing a new thing that I'm starting since it went so well and I really, really enjoyed it, was doing a live stream on Facebook. And I'll be doing that on Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. So I hope you'll be able to join me. And if not, you can catch the replay as I have a special offer happening. So, as we center, we ask the angels and guides to come in and give us our reading for the sign of Libra for the week of April 10th to the 16th. What cards do they want us to see today? And we have 8 of Summer, which is 8 of Cups. And usually means that is somewhat of a completion for you. You're kind of leaving things behind. You've taken what you could get from them, and now that you want to move forward. So it's a desire for a more meaningful life, time to move on, and choosing to make major life changes, which is not surprising since we are using the energies of Aries to help us make these life choices. We start thinking about what are our priorities and what is going to make us happy and joyful. And when we start looking at our lives, that's when we start cutting things out or making the necessary changes. So that's going to be forefront in your mind this week about going ahead and complying or taking action on the thoughts and inspirations that you had from last week. And here we have the Princess of Winter, which is Princess of Swords. Look at this beautiful snow leopard. Beautiful animal. Now the snow leopards have the ability to be invisible because they just blend in right with the snow. So maybe it's like you want to be a fly on a wall. It says inquisitive, truthful, realistic. Information that can help people, which may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness. So I think that once you make your decision if you're going to leave or stay, probably leaving, that you are going to have to convey that to whomever, or if it be a job, or if it be a relationship, and you just wish you could be invisible, but you can't. So you have to do this in a manner which is forthright and quick, not drag things out. And I really love that she's all in pink. I mean, that's such a beautiful spiritual color. So you're, working with like an unconditional love, that higher perspective. Use the higher perspective when you use a sword to cut cords. Okay, so leaving things behind and doing it in a kind manner. So let's see what's the third card. There's too many. Let's for one card coming out. And now we have the Queen of Winter. So there's a progression here. And now it's really about standing your ground, being in your truth, very person who is strong and patient, letting go of people or things that no longer serve. So this is the confirmation for you that what you were thinking about leaving, even though you don't really want to talk about it and express it, and you don't want to have to go through that, but that's part of the shadow work, but that you will find that inner strength that you need in order to really let these things go, Libra. So really, this is the time to make the decisions as to really what we prioritize and what we want to have in our life and continue having. Because as we go into the retrograde, those things that we choose are going to be with us for a while. So make sure it's something you really, really like, and it's something that you feel you want to have with you for a while. So, and I get come together, but in the reverse position. So normally this is about a partnership coming together, but since it is in reverse, it is probably not the best for you to join with that person at this time, um, and uh, and there's some type of imbalance. So you who are Libra, you understand that you are not in a balance. The relationship is not balanced. There's not a giving and receiving. It's all kind of one-sided, or you're wishing for something you don't currently have, but you want to have it with the same person. And that's not really fair, because obviously if that person had it to give, they would have already given it. And since you're wishing them to be different than they are, doesn't really suit either you nor them, because you don't want, the reason you liked someone was because of who they were, not because you immediately wanted to change who they were. And just know that by this releasing of these relationships and walking away and letting them go, it's going to reflect to you a higher lesson. And this is part of that heavy duty shadow work I've been talking about, that we've been going through the last couple of weeks, which is kind of continuing, because the higher we go in our frequency, the higher the energies that are anchored in the earth, the less we will be able to tolerate situations, people, dramas in our life that no longer serve us. So they're really urging you to step back, step out of, what is not serving you, and release it and let it go. So going forward, as we progress into the retrograde energies, you're not stuck with those energies for another few months. I mean, if you want, go ahead, but it may be the time for you to make that decision of, that's just not meant to be. It's not serving its purpose. All right, so a little bit heavy, but in the end, know that the decisions and choices that you make based on your highest good can only lead to your happiness, and letting that person go allows them to be free to choose their own path as well. So I wish you many blessings for this week. Look forward for next week's weekly readings, as well as upcoming the Love Tarot for the month of May. So I wish you many blessings, and I send you love and light this week, Libra. Namaste.